In the Underside by Marjorie E. Brody. Darkness. Total engulfing darkness. And a swaying, up and down and sideways, like bobbing on a lake. For a while I hear nothing. Then the snarl of an engine breaks through the silence and roars above me. More swaying, my whole body. Then, suddenly, nothing. I come to in that darkness and try to make sense of where I am, what has happened. But all I know is locked in obscurity. My body weighs me down, like the lead apron the dentist lays on my chest to protect me from x-rays, only thicker, heavier, covering my entire body. It squashes my lungs. I can't breathe. Grim, husband's been here all week. Went home to shower and get new clothes. I don't know the voice. I furrow my brow and concentrate. Husband? Yes, I have a husband. Yes. I remember Brad. It comes back to me. My husband, Brad. Advised him not to. Suggested the social worker speak with her first. It's got to be frightening for a 6-year-old, all these machines. Her mother hooked up with the tubes. It was scary enough for her husband in the beginning. He still hasn't gotten over it. Oh, poor guy, another voice, younger. They must have been quite a couple. There's movement to my left. I want to ask where I am, but a pipeline sits in my throat and I can't form the words. I sleep. Sweet darkness. Comfortable now, not frightening. Still, I long for light. I remember who I am. Marcia, somebody or other. Marcia? That doesn't sound right. Martha? No, I'm Marilyn. I'm... Insists on bringing Katie. That familiar voice I don't know says. He told the nursing super that 3.5 weeks was too long for a little girl not to see her mommy. Mommy. That's who I am. Mommy. I let that fact sink in until I know it for sure. Yes, I'm Mummy, and Katie is my little girl. I remember her. Tangly copper curls, her father's blue eyes, a contagious laugh. I can hear it now, her laughter, and I can't help myself. I smile in the darkness. I want to see my daughter. Katie's voice drifts to me. Why is that tube in her mouth, Daddy? That's the one breathing for Mommy. Mommy, that's me. What's breathing for me? Does it hurt her? Your Mommy can't feel anything, familiar voice I don't know says. What if I touch her hand? Katie whispers. She won't feel it. I don't like familiar voice. It's okay, honey. This voice I know. This voice I like. His. It soothes me. I can feel this voice, feel it touch every dot of my body, bringing me comfort, making me ache with loneliness. Brad. Mommy may not respond, but you can still touch her hand. I'm sure she'd like that. Her hand feels warm. She's touching me? My baby girl's touching me? Oh, God, I don't feel it. I scream, I don't feel it. It's true what familiar voice said. I don't feel my girl's touch. My eyes swim with tears. Why doesn't she move, Daddy? She can't, sweetie. Her brain is asleep and can't send messages to her body. Is she going to get better? I don't know, Katie. Can we take her home? Brad doesn't answer. Familiar voice does. That's not a good idea, Katie. Your Mommy needs a lot of special attention. I can give her special attention. Mommy taught me. She always gives me special attention. I know how. Mommy, do you want to come home with me? I'll take good care of you. Yes. Katie, take me home. I want to be with you. Come on, sweetie. We better go. No, Mommy needs me. I don't want to go home. No, Daddy, put me down. I want to stay with Mommy. Mommy, I want my Mommy. I push forward, straining to go after my baby girl, reaching out for her. A buzzing. Inside my head, outside my head. She's seizing. Warmth enters my arm and travels along the tributaries flowing within me, spreading an unwanted sleep. I think I'm dreaming, but the voice is coming from outside of me. My sister Pam's. I can't figure out where I am. Pam lives far away in a thing, a place. No, a country far away. Australand, crocodile hunter down under. Australia. Far away with my parents. I think I have parents. Check things out before my dad takes a strenuous flight. Dr. Larson will be in to talk with you shortly. It's voice that smells like pine trees. You're welcome to stay here while I turn her body. We change her position every 2 hours. Skin breaks down quickly if we don't. Don't be alarmed, this is normal. Muscles can spasm when they're adjusting to a new position. You sure she's all right like that? She's fine, I've seen this before. Scare coats Pam's voice. How long have you worked with my sister? Been on the morning shift 1 month now. Elson had the first 2. 1 month and 2. What's that called? How long is he talking about? I search my mind, probing in different directions. All I can figure out is 1 month and 2. How could I be here for 1 month and 2? Where was I before that? I want that girl Pam to tell me. I can't remember who she is now. My thought crawls through a maze. I don't know what my thought is looking for. Code! The bones in my chest hurt. They feel beaten. My heart hurts. It feels squeezed. Brad's whispering in my left ear. Katie's doing better since she started talking with the school counselor. Pam's being here helps. The house isn't as lonely after school and in the evenings. The neighbors are great. They took up a collection and are paying for the helicopter rescue and the ride to the hospital. His words sing to me. I like the song, even if I don't understand all the words. I'm looking into a nursing home close to the house. It's a nice place, but Dr. Larson won't release you yet, not since that little episode last week, which reminds me I spoke with your parents last night. Your dad's health still isn't good enough to make the trip, so I asked Dr. Larson to give them a call. I think it'll ease their minds about not being able to see you. They send their love. So do my folks. They were here again last week. Mom filled the freezer with home-cooked meals. Dad's picking up the slack for me at the office. I'm grateful to them. I'm doing the best I can, Marnie. I want you to stay proud of me. Marnie, is that me? I miss you, babe. I miss you so much. Katie and I both do. We love you. I know those words. I know those words. I know those words. Every night I tell Katie how much you love her. Sweet music. My squeezed heart relaxes. I'm not bringing her here for a while, though. She gets more upset each time she visits. I hope you understand. It's not because she doesn't want to come. She does, but she gets these awful nightmares, Marnie. She's in a car, and it plunges through a guardrail, dives over a cliff, and keeps on tumbling down, down, down. What details she doesn't know she makes up. It's a wonder she'll even get into a car anymore. Poor little girl. Why would she nightmare that? I want to have an answer for him, a solution for her. I search in the cabinets of my brain for a help, but I can't find one. I can't even find the meaning of nightmare. Good evening, Mr. Sattel, a strawberry voice says. I hate to disturb you, but I need to put drops into her eyes. Oh, of course. That voice that sings to me floats farther away. How often do you do that? We lubricate her eyes every 6 hours. May I have a moment while you have them open? Certainly, they can stay open for as long as 10 minutes, if you like. They seem so blank. Voice that sings to me is close again. I keep hoping for something, anything, some sign. You can close them yourself when you're done, sir. And don't be afraid to apply a little pressure. She can't feel anything. She used to have such expressive eyes. Even closer, voice that sings to me says, Come on, Marnie. Show me something behind those beautiful eyes. Come on, babe. My heart breaks for the song. I'm crying. Feel my tears on your face, Marnie? Come back to me. Please. I love you. Sir, let me put more drops in her eyes before you close them. They look especially dry. Will you be with her all night, Miss Bonner? Until 11. I'll have my cell phone if... Yes, Mr. Sattel. We'll call if there's any change. I hate to seem indiscreet, sir, but it might be time to reconsider organ donation. I can't think about that. It's been 6 months. Her body's not getting any better. There's still hope. There has to be hope. A door closes. I'm surprised I recognize the sound, but I do. I recognize a door closing. There is hope. Darkness is no longer pure. Gray smudges float like clouds in the black. A blue spot moves across my vision like a comet in space. It melts, turns yellow, widens, then fades away. They interest me, those colors, and I long for more. No change, Mr. Sattel, I'm sorry. Dr. Cheney's voice. I've been paying concentration, associating. Pretty colors and Dr. Cheney and pretty colors. But the EEG? Voice that sings to me asks. Fear fills the notes of his song. I stretch hard to hear Dr. Cheney's answer, but he says nothing. I wait for singing to start. Wait. And wait. I know this is difficult, Mr. Sattel, Brad. Brad drops his throat down a well, and it echoes, bouncing against narrow walls. I want to give his voice happiness so he can sing. I have to make him know I'm getting better. I shout, I feel better. In my head, I feel it. Better grows connections, trails new blazes, discovers new bridges. I know I hit detours, can't always find what I hunt, words, what happened to me, how to make voices see me move, but I'm trying hard. I've been paying concentration, listening, putting pieces inside each other. Like, I know I live in hospice care, although I don't know where that is. Before hospice care, I lived in nursing care. I even remember before that, I lived in hospice tall. Take your time, Dr. Cheney says. If you need anything, I'll be in the lounge. Thank you, Doctor. Good night. Brad sings near me. Katie's going to stop by tomorrow morning. His tune carries age. She wants to introduce you to Trevor. They've been inseparable since her graduation. She says this is the one. You'll like him, Marnie. He's a nice young man, and he's good to Katie. They're good for each other. They remind me of us a long, long time ago. Maybe not age, but fatigue. Not his fatigue, but mine. Concentration tires me. Remember that time we had a midnight picnic behind the old college science building? I couldn't sleep last night, so I went out on the balcony and lay on the chaise, looking up at the stars. It reminded me of that night and that picnic, and I let his lullaby rock me to sleep. I've got something to talk to you about, Marnie. Voice talks to me, still familiar, still comfortable, still warm. It talks to me, talks, without music. I don't want to upset you. But Katie keeps reassuring me. Mom would want you to be happy. She wouldn't want you to be alone forever. And Marnie, I know that about you. I do, but still, I want to make sure it's okay with you. I met this woman at work. I know about his work. He tells me about it every 3 shifts in one. She started working for our sister company about 12.5 years ago, almost 3 years to the day after your accident. But I didn't really get to know her until last May when our companies merged. She's a bright woman, energetic, creative, and she's got a great laugh. Katie and Trevor like her. We've all had dinner a few times and went to the movies and, well, just out places. I like her a lot. In many ways, she reminds me of you. Now voice is singing again. I've missed the voice that sings to me. I don't hear the words. I only catch the melody of the music. A bittersweet tune. I want to cry. And since your folks passed away, I would never do anything to hurt them. And with Pam back in the States, she tells me I have to get on with my life too. God, this is hard. Kara. The woman's name is Kara. She knows all about you, and she knows I won't even think of marrying her until, well, not yet. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you. It's just that I've been lonely for so long, babe, and it seems I'm only now stepping out from some shroud of gloom. I need to know you're okay with this. Don't cry, sweet voice, I tell him. It'll be all right. I loved you so much, Marnie. Even now. Who knows what'll happen with Kara and me? All I know is she makes me stop hurting. And I want so much to stop hurting. I want to love again. I search for that word. Love. The query travels up and down and around the corridors in my mind. When I find it, love, I smile. Smile wide, so voice that sings to me can see. The word whispers to me to go deeper into the darkness. It tells me to silence my thoughts, to rest my heart, to be still at last.